Attunement has always confused me because the baseline is like, oh, you attune to something over the course of a short or long rest. But there's also like specific objects that are like, oh, you attune to this one by putting it on, and when you take it off, it's no longer attuned. And then you've got some of them that just say it requires attunement. And it's, oh, okay, so you're not gonna tell me?
Oh yeah, I should probably turn on Tailspire instead of just sitting here.
Yeah, I'm getting myself booted up.
I'm just staring at the thing that the green button for the play to act or to turn on Tailspire and zoned out.
Like I said,
I've actually
I did-
attuned to nothing.
I
I am
did.
attuned to one thing.
I did send you a DM back late. I tried to do it based on what you said.
I am attuned to everything.
You're attuned to the universe.
I am. How'd you know? Yeah. Thanks for the follow, Kylan.
I think the Artificer would attune a little bit more early on.
Yeah, once we hit level what, I can choose another feat at level 8, if I remember. I can get it.
I think we hit level 8 when we killed the golem.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I took that increase. That's right. Never mind. So whenever we hit level 12.
Bam,
Yeah.
your Twitch link doesn't have a T at the beginning of it, so it didn't embed
Oh.
in the extraplanar server.
Oh.
It says witch.tv/bam.
Yeah, dude, we're all on that Witch TV. You didn't know about that? That's a new thing.
What were those crystals you guys were getting spell slots from? Just need attunement.
What were you looking for?
I was trying to remember what those crystals that gave spell slots were called.
Oh, they are. Klaus still has a few in his bag. They are. Oh, view. Auto. Yeah, Jerry will be here in a bit. What are they?
Did that go through to you late?
They are called arcane batteries.
Arcane battery.
Hey, above table. If you need some, I can get you some at a good price.
I mean, he owns the mine now.
I just don't know if Singe would be buying from you.
You could probably use them for some interesting artificing stuff, though. I mean, kind of like use it as like a conflux core for some kind of contraption.
I don't know, I have a use, just I don't know how Singe would want to interact with the... Well, as Derek feels, an evil vibing character, despite... Are you wearing Paladin outfit still?
No.
Oh, so you changed outfits at some point.
I've fully taken back. I've switched back to my high elf. I'm in full control.
So he completely has taken on the appearance and everything of Klaus.
The party didn't question that at all, huh?
They haven't
Oh,
seen me. I disappeared.
Yeah, when we left the Deadlands, he locked himself away in the room on the airship, and none of us have seen him since.
Yeah, y'all don't know where Steve is. Y'all think he's still on the ship sleeping.
Oh.
He waited for all of us to go out into town and then kind of trailed behind.
Is this?
But we don't know that.
Jeez, I missed a lot. Didn't it have like a bunch of windows? So no one saw him in the window?
I'm thinking probably all the curtains were closed. Because he was talking with Silas too, you know. There's Otto.
Yeah, it's about time Bob
I didn't
Ross got here.
realize. Singe might have gotten curious and tried to investigate then.
Huh?
Oh well.
But yeah, he had the denial dagger and the door as well.
Oh.
That one stopped Singe. He would only get the advantage because he'd be overconfident.
So, Phalar, if you want to take that feat, I've
Yeah.
left mine blank for now.
Yeah, I got mine on there. I've got Vital Sacrifice selected. But yeah, like I said, I was thinking about Ritual Caster since it's definitely gotten an upgrade before I just settled on Vital Sacrifice, but I think you actually do need spellcasting for it, and I don't directly have spellcasting, but also the list of spells that are tagged Ritual in first level isn't exactly great. I mean, there's some good ones, but most of them are kind of eh. I will say though, the 2024 version of Ritual Caster is so much better, in my opinion. I don't know if you've seen it. Instead of it being, the book, it has 2 spells in it, and you have to choose a specific spell list for the spells, and then you get a stat increase based on that. You choose which of the 3 stat increases you want. There's no specified locked spell list for it. And you get your spells based off of your proficiency bonus. You get another spell each time your proficiency bonus goes up. And it has a thing called Quick Ritual, which allows you to, once per short or long rest, cast each of the spells as their normal action time instead of their ritual action time. So, like, you could use the Detect Magic Ritual or Identify Ritual with the normal time that it would take instead of the 10 minutes.
So, just remember, I gave Phalar the dagger and the coin with the symbol on it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Jerry.
Yep.
Yep.
I've done it again. I opened Tailspire without connection to the internet, and it's loading, and I'm like, why isn't it working?
Jerry,
I need-
how's Thomas doing down in Columbus?
I have no idea.
I hadn't talked to him
not
today,
in-
so I didn't know how the storms were down that way.
Oh, yeah,
A
I'm not
few hours
sure.
south of me.
I haven't
Somebody-
asked.
Somebody popped a
It's fine.
beer. I heard it.
Nah, it's just
I
cold Sarah.
thought Jerry, because he was like leaning over or something, I thought he said, "I have an ass." That's what I
Oh,
heard.
yes.
Did one of the cultists have a crossbow? That'll work. Unless someone took it. Did anyone need one?
No.
I didn't. I have a short bow. I don't even know if I can use crossbows. I don't remember my proficiencies for ranged weapons.
Apparently, I have a longbow in my backpack.
I accidentally opened something on my screen, and it's taking up the entire corner, and there it goes. I was done with what I wanted to get, other than I had him appraise that thing and asked, like, what kind of, potential does this have? And he was like, it has some, but not a lot. So I was like, oh yeah, thanks, okay.
We finished my purchases and stuff through the DMs.
Yeah, I got the 2 necklaces, asked him how much it would take to turn that encased eye into a magic necklace. He said it wouldn't be very magical, but it had some potential. I said, okay, thanks. And then I think Singe was exchanging him for something as well.
You sound. I don't know if it's just me, but you sound far away.
Oh, I thought my volume was just turned down.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I turned them up.
And then I realized everyone else was louder, and I was like, oh.
It just seems like the microphone is like off to the side or something. Is what it feels like.
I can boost him a little.
And see, now it sounds fine. I don't know what it was before.
It just kind of sounded like maybe you leaned away too far or something.
Singe walked right past him. I am curious what it could be. We haven't been here for very long.
Antonio will look at him and be like, "So, we're supposed to go to a tavern where drinking happens. I don't drink. So therefore, am I not needed?"
Escort.
Oh, of the captain, like of the guard for the town, I would assume. Fascinating.
Yeah, Antonio's
Perhaps
gonna,
word has gotten around of what our goal is. We should communicate, perhaps.
yeah, Antonio's gonna look. Well, Singe has already walked away, so Antonio's just gonna look at Phalar and be like, "Okay, when we're in the magic shop, what did you take?"
Oh, I paid for everything. I exchanged with the gems that I have. Which, by the way, I'm trying to remember, was it like 1,500 for one and 500 for the other, if I remember? Alright, so that'd be I take 2,000 off of how much I've got, so I've got 13,000 left in terms of gems.
Antonio will look at Phalar, look at the guard, look at Phalar, and be like, "You know, you bring up a valid point. We haven't been here that long." And then just the staff part, not the blade being extended, but just the staff part. She's just gonna hold it up like gingerly and be like, "How do we know this isn't a trap? I mean, we just got here." But like, how do we know you're not setting us up? Like, you're saying the captain's getting our, wants our presence, but you're just leading us somewhere for an ambush.
I suppose we can't really be led much of anywhere if the building is directly across the street.
All right. So, which door do you plan on taking us in? And she's gonna look at him, kind of like shifty eyes. She'll be like, "I'll follow, but if we go anywhere other than that front door, I'm turning around."
Going through the roof.
Where is Otto's mini?
He was at the library.
Trying to read
So
if
yeah,
Otto
look, I can move myself.
He's trying to. Otto was at the library trying to read to perfect how to paint them happy little trees.
There's Otto out of the library.
I see his mini, but where's everybody else?
They're at the magic shop.
Ping ping. I don't know how far that's visible from, because I don't know how those work.
If you zoom out, it Hit.
Oh. Oh.
Ooh, it's too far in.
Oh.
Wait, that's the front door?
Oh, I remember this
Okay.
place.
I thought the front door was the one off to the left there. That's where I thought we were going.
One of the doors.
Because there's a
to the
door. Yeah, there's a door. Like right here, there's a door too.
How heavily guarded is this magic shop right
he, he
Rob it again.
yeah, late last session, if you recall, mentioned that Vale has like an immensely much larger guard force than it had last time. Like, there's actually guards here instead of them being spread thin.
Mm.
Like, it's become like a hub of security, probably because it was the hub of the whatever happened 2 years ago.
Yeah, whatever happened 2 years ago? I wonder what happened.
I'd probably say actually, so Singe, I'm assuming, is actually over where you have the mini right now. So like, as we walk past that, as we round, towards the corner over here into the building, Phalar would probably kind of look over to him and he'd be like, Singe, my friend, we've been called for something to the tavern. Would be appreciated if you joined.
He's like sitting on a box, fiddling with something, and then he looks up when you call, and he starts coming over.
And then Phalar will go ahead and he gives him kind of a nod and he's like, yes, we were called to the tavern by a guard. Apparently some sort of meeting with the captain. We shall go in.
Okay, lead the way. He comes in and knocks his helmet off in the doorway, picks it up.
I gotta actually get my, there we go.
Donnie's gonna come over here with her back to nothingness, pretty much. So that way, she knows nothing's coming from behind her.
Coming to join us, Otto? Or are you sitting on the street?
He said, "Oh,
Otto is just secretly a high-level wizard that has the ability to use the Misty Step or
teleport."
whatever whenever he feels like
Yeah.
it.
Wait, what is that?
I don't know if Phalar being in the front of the group is a good idea here since it's the first thing he's gonna see, but
Sure, it's fine.
it's fine. He gets approached by half ghosts all the time, I'm sure. So a meeting it is then.
He would say to him, "Please take a seat."
Who shall sit first?
Singe kind of climbs over the table, takes some of the plants, and then steps down and he's just stuffing the plant into a mug.
Otto's gonna sit first.
Let me put my. There we go. Raise the cutoff. Thalar will take a seat, and then he'll kind of look around a little bit and be like, "This is quite an open place to be meeting someone, but I suppose with the guard it is safe."
Staying in the shadows, he will walk up and be like, "It's for tourists that we meet each other again here. The last time we met were in the Deadlands. And I saw y'all come to town here, and it seems like our goals may align on what is happening in the world right now."
Hmm.
Singe's mug is on fire.
Oh!
I,
Why?
my little friend, please try to keep that fire contained. We don't want to catch the tavern on fire, but you say our goals align. What is your goal exactly?
My goal is to stop Umbriel, the cold hunger.
We have had a couple of run-ins with the cult, and then he kind of looks over to Otto and Andonia, and he's like, I think the both of them could also agree that they're rather unsavory folk. They keep getting in the way of common peacefulness.
Yes, that's true. I can't really tell you my name right now or reveal my face to you, as it is not safe for me to do so right now, but Captain Dan here can vouch for me.
Singe nodded when Faye told him to handle the fire, but he's like keeps like stuffing stuff into the mug and it's not going out. And before Faye looks at him again, he just throws the mug across the street.
You'd probably hear like the sound, like the distant sound of ceramic shattering on the stone sidewalk.
Is the fire like gone, or is it like?
Well, it probably would have landed in the stones of the sidewalk, so
Yeah.
it's not gonna spread, but it might still be smoldering.
Singe quickly reaches to an unattended mug and just takes it and pretends it's the one he was holding all along.
um. Probably. Yeah. Let's pretend that didn't happen.
So, why don't y'all introduce yourselves to me? I'd like to get us to know each other better.
he'll kind of look over to Otto, and he'll be like, "You've been a bit quieter than the others this time. Why don't you go first?
Sure.
Introductions. Anything? Your name? What's your motive
Yeah,
for
I'm
a
Otto.
potential new friend?"
Yeah, my name's Otto, and I was. I guess I'm like a scholar. I'm just doing research of different things, and I came into the town a while ago with these people. I met these people, and then we started investigating the cult, and here I am. Although I'm not familiar with that guy that's standing over there on top of the things.
He had like that elaborate above the table, elaborate speech, and then he ends it with those things.
Standing on those, I guess, pillows. Oh, I guess Otto would be like, I don't recall that guy. I don't know that guy.
He was just talking to you. He was giving you the speech.
Yeah, that's the one we're
time of
introducing
day is
ourselves
it?
to.
Because it might be just the daylight kind of putting things off. Is this supposed to be a darker nighttime or something now?
Is it darker nighttime?
No, I'm just in the shadows on this porch right here.
He's just kind of like shrouded right now.
Okay. Okay. Ah.
Oh. So the way he's gonna ask is, "Who are you again?"
I can't really tell you my name right now.
Have I met you?
Maybe. I don't know. I've met a lot of people in
Uh,
my many years on this earth.
Phalar kind of chimes in a little bit, and he's like, "We haven't exactly met formally, but we did see them once before out in the Deadlands at the temple.
Yeah.
They didn't say
oh,
who they are, but
oh, you're that person. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
then he's gonna after that he'll kind of speak out himself. You know, like just flipping around his dagger in his hand a little bit, kind of idly fidgeting with it. And he looks over. He's like, "I myself am Phalar Devisio, and as you can tell by my looks, I experienced quite a situation in my past. It is my goal to redeem myself for the things that I have done, and I hope that by helping end this whole deal, it'll help make me in a better light."
That coin you have in your pocket. If you are ever in need of answers or anything, go to the darkest places where the dead rise and take that coin there, and you should find help and answers.
Interesting advice. I will keep that in mind. He's gonna kind of look over at Sinjin and Donia, and it's gonna be like, "Now, Which of you two may want to introduce yourself next?
Singe points up to himself. uh, I'm kind of what would father call me? An artificer. I make stuff. Yes.
He's
And
quite good at making things.
goes over and takes another piece of plant and is stuffing it in the mug again.
Baylor
I'm
just kind
trying
of
to
gives
make
him that look
friends.
like, really?
And find friends. And keep existing, because I might, like most of you, slowly dying all the time.
If
He's
you're
also
looking
got
for-
a certain uniqueness to him, like a sort of innocence as to certain concepts.
If you're looking for friends, my dear metal friend, I can definitely be your friend. I had quite a few friends in the past. One that I was very close with.
You
But,
remind me of a friend I used to have.
but sadly, the madness took him beyond my help.
This is where we cue that song. Somebody that I used to know. That's not skulking. Yeah, she just got her back. Got her back to the railing and just observing,
Is she gonna
waiting.
introduce herself?
I didn't know if Singe was done yet.
Yep.
She's gonna look in cloud or the figure's direction and look at the captain. Then she's gonna kind of make a movement with her head pointing down to the ground at her right, and she's gonna say, "This is Critter. Everybody here has met him already." And then she's gonna look back in the direction of the figure on the pillows, or in that area. And then she's gonna say, point to herself, and then she's gonna say, Endonia of the Starskin. My father was part of the team that took down Vecna. My mother was of the clan Starskin, famous adventurer. And then she's just gonna look in the general direction of the figure again and say, that's about what needs to be said. Because she's still unsure about him. She doesn't know him as well as the rest.
Well, I can't tell y'all my first name, but my last name is Ravenheart, and I knew of the adventurers from 2 years that took Vecna. They were, as you could say, acquaintances. I knew of a good cleric named Victor and a fighter named Derek and another fighter named Winter, and then there was Atmosphere and some other lads they had with them.
Upon hearing her father's name, her attention will snap to your direction. She's going to
But whether or not
Oh
they
well,
were acquaintances is the thing.
yeah. Andonia is chiming on the fact that he said her father's name and the fact that he was an acquaintance of his is what she is chiming in on. So her attention's gonna snap to him. She's gonna slam the staff down and give it a shake to pop the blade out, and she's gonna start, like with authority, walking towards him, and she's gonna demand what he knows about her father. Oh, she's only slammed the sight or the staff down, extended the blade, authoritatively stomped over to him, and is pretty much within like a foot of him, demanding information about what he knows about her father. She's not like brandishing the scythe as if she's going to attack him with it. It's more of like, hey, look at what I got.
Swords aren't pointed, but a drawn sword is a drawn sword.
Yeah.
And who might your father be?
Now, above the table, would Andoni need to re-say the name, or would it have been like a, I don't know how else to put it, but like a common sense type of thing that Klaus would have picked up on, named all these names, but the last one you say is what she chimed in on? I didn't use his name. I just said my father was part of the team that took out Vecna. And then he went through the list of everybody's names, Derek and Winter and and then as soon as he said Atmosphere's name, I stormed over.
I can make a check to see if I realize that late if you want me to. At advantage?
Something like if I don't know if like Andonia's appearance, because of who her father is and she shares his fiery like temper and stuff like that, if
Should it be at disadvantage? 'Cause I don't think Atmosphere ever talked about her.
Atmosphere didn't know about her.
I feel like
Well-
it should just be however Klaus reacts.
Yeah, Atmosphere doesn't know that he has a daughter, but she knows of her father.
$21. So, are you related to Atmosphere?
She's gonna kind of not blade part, but just like the top head of the staff part is just gonna point it towards him, and she's gonna say, "I'm not gonna repeat my question."
If it's Atmosphere you're looking for, then I'm sorry, lass. I'm of no help there. I have been excommunicated from this world for quite some time. I've only just recently come back. So, unfortunately, I have no whereabouts of your father.
And Andonia is gonna snap her arm again, put the blade away, and then as she turns to go back to where she was, she'll say something to the effect of, "If that's the information you have for me, then at this moment you are of no use to me." And she's gonna go back to where she was. So above the table, if people haven't keyed in on it, there's three things that set her off. It's information or whereabouts of her father, uh, anything pertaining to, I guess you would say, bad or attacking of her mother, and then bad talking of her queen. Because of her background that I explained to you late, her queen, she holds high regard and trust and would die for because of the situation that she was in before her queen. Her father, because she's never met him, only heard stories about him, and she's always been trying to find her father. And then her mother, well, because it's her mother, anyone would, have bad reaction and temper to that. So she just goes back to where she was standing after saying that.
It's a great question. I was wondering about
I
that
just
too.
saw that. I don't know what that is. See you around.
Whoops, I was muted. When the guard left, Singe did a little experiment on a door and cast Arcane Lock. Yeah. The door is set to only open to friends and at a certain command word.
Seeing him struggle, he will walk over and can't get over there. I'll
I'm just
walk
imagine.
over
I'm
and
just
cast
sorry.
knock and knock on the door and open it.
I was just picturing like he goes up, grabs the handle, and then just face plants. Boom.
Does
Andonia's
Knock
gonna.
say it dispels Arcane Knock?
It unlocks magical and non-magical locks.
Okay.
Yeah, it unlocks doors and stuff, but if it's arcane lock, then it just pretty much opens it for a certain amount of time. I remember we used it last campaign when we found that box full of documents and stuff down in the mine.
Yes, you can
Oh.
press for 10 minutes.
Okay. Just
And then
repaint
after that
that.
10 minutes is up, if the arcane lock is still applied to the object, and then just again.
interest you in some drinks.
I'm confused because there isn't. Oh, there he is. Okay, you were like floating out of the slider view.
I was trying to get to the door and I just kept getting.
It's like suddenly you're gone, but I hear a voice offering me a drink. I'm like, what? What the?
Also, while we're in the mask, everything's at a whisper. That's why I'm whispering.
Yeah. He can't talk above a whisper while he's wearing it.
The password was door, and it was only supposed to open to me, Faye, and Adonia. So like anyone turns to say, "What's wrong with the door?" The door just swings open.
The question is, how violently would it swing open, though? Would it just kind of open itself a little bit, or would it just...
Unlocks for 1 minute when this word is spoken.
I'm more
Within 5 feet.
I'm more keying in on the fact that Singe said that it would only open for himself, Phalar, or myself, leaving out the fact that Otto was here. So if he would have walked up to the door, it wasn't going to open.
Yep.
And then it just flies
Opens.
open anyways. Because he said... no, it'd be like... Otto, it's not that hard, just hold the handle and you can walk through the door and it just flies open and he face plants.
We're telling you, it's a push door. Everyone else opens up the door fine. What are you doing, Otto? Quit playing games.
No, see, the only reasonable solution, as any, RPG player would know, is if everybody else can go through the door fine, but you can't, just jump off the side of the balcony.
So, as Faust comes out of the shadows and into the bright light here to go get drinks, while he's wearing the mask, he will appear unsettling and unnatural to everyone, like a ghost in the daylight that's not supposed to be there.
With where Adonia is from for the last 14 years, is he gonna seem that out of it to her? Or that out of place to her? Well, he said while he's wearing the mask, his whole self seems the whole out of place.
Unsettling and unnatural.
Yeah, unsettling and unnatural. But with where she's from, would he seem that unsettling and unnatural? So it's kind of like I've seen worse than this, but why is he here?
I'm gonna leave for a few minutes to go get the drinks, and I'll be right back.
Singes at his furred mug.
Oh my god. Did the other one get tossed too?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's the second one.
He's on the third one that he's filling with stuff now. Is this one also on fire?
No, not yet.
What?
It's just
What?
there's like a string of smoky steam coming out as Steel Defender finger kind of like swirls around in the mug.